She's literally burrowing in.
Like, look at my hands.
Oh my God, Hailey. Okay. You married one of the most famous people on the planet, Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
What are the best parts about being married to Justin?
Well, I think the best parts are that he's my best friend, and there's nothing better than being with the person that makes you smile the most, makes you laugh the most. Like, he's just literally the best human to me ever. And I think that he's a person who has been through a lot and shouldn't have gotten to the other side of a lot of what he's been through, and he has, and he's overcome so many different things in his life for being famous so young. And the fact that he's as normal as he is, he's literally just, to me, I feel like he's a very like normal, regular guy. I guarantee you someone takes this and they like fucking chop it up and make it sound like I said something different. But I've known him for a very long time. We were friends for a long time before anything else. And like, I just love him.
You can see it with the two of you, even though we only see stuff. I mean, I remember when I saw you guys on the beach in Santa Barbara, and I grew up, I watched Justin Bieber. I was like, oh, like, I didn't know what to expect. Like, I was definitely intimidated by you guys because we'd only met once. I was like, wait, why are they so normal? Justin's like, hey, what's up? Gives me a hug. You're like, what are you guys doing on your trip? I'm like, you guys are so normal for how crazy your life is. And it's unfortunate that people don't get to see that side of you guys.
Yeah. He's also like, he just has the kindest, sweetest, most like gentle heart and soul to me. And I've always thought that about him. Obviously, he's gone through phases in his life where he was being, you know, a little out there. I didn't want to say like fuck boy because it's like not, yeah, but like yes and no. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but like he was just in a different space in his life and was like, I think ultimately when people are like acting out, it's just because they're hurting. And he was just in a space in his life. I mean, we're all hurting every single day, but I think sometimes we go through a season where it's like we're hurting a lot more, we're going through a lot more, so we're just a different version of ourselves that's not really who we are. But like to me, he's just the best, the most fun. Like I have the most fun with him. He understands me more than anybody ever has in my whole life, and I think that goes both ways, and he's just my guy.
How has being married to someone with that level of fame impacted your identity?
Where do I start? Well, I think even for starters, even me talking about him or talking about our relationship, people will take that and be like, all she ever talks about is her relationship with him. And even something like that, I'm just like, well, we are married. And he's a huge part of my life. And obviously people are very interested in like our life together. And he's a humongous public figure. So it's like, it's a little bit unavoidable at times. And I do try to, you know, have my own thing. But it's like our lives are completely meshed together. So I don't know. I'm like, what do you want from me? Like, of course people are going to ask me about it. They're going to ask him about it. Like, I just don't see how that's like avoidable. As sometimes it is because it's just not necessary to talk about. But like even in a situation like this, yeah, we're married. I have his last name. Like I don't know how I'm supposed to avoid like talking about my life. Like that's my life.
This person that you happen to be married to happens to also be one of the most famous people in the world.
Nobody would be asking me about him if he was someone who had a different type of job or like, you know, a 9 to 5. Like the reality is that it is what it is.
From your point of view, can you explain why the internet was so angry over your engagement to Justin?
First of all, I think one thing is that we're both really young. I think honestly that's for starters, which I totally understand. When we got engaged, I was 21 and he was 24? Yeah, 24 and 21. I personally never thought I was going to get married that young. Like I always thought I would be maybe getting married now, and I'm 25 now and I still think I'm really young. I think the timing was obviously very rapid and very fast, which now being 4 years past that, looking back on it, I totally get it. I'm like, that seemed really drastic and really crazy But that was what we felt was a decision between the two of us, and it felt correct for the two of us at the time, and clearly we were right, because here we are 4 years later. And I think just given the timeline of like where he was at before we got back together and what was going on, and there was just a lot happening.
Yeah.
But I will say too, like, the only people that really know the truth of the situation and what the timeline really was and how it happened and how it went down are like me and him. Perception is a really tricky thing, because when you're watching something from the outside, you can see it one way when it may not really be the reality of what happened behind closed doors.